There's someone you can't stop thinking about. You check your phone hoping for their name. You replay conversations in your mind. You wonder what they're doing right now. And every single time you do this, you're losing a piece of yourself. Today, I'm going to show you why your inability to detach isn't about love. It's about psychology. And more importantly, how to break free. The human brain wasn't designed for modern relationships. We have ancient attachment systems colliding with a world of infinite connection. And most of us are walking around carrying people who no longer deserve space in our minds. But here's what nobody tells you. Detachment isn't cold. It isn't cruel. It's one of the most powerful psychological skills you can master. So let's talk about the science of letting go. Section 1. The attachment trap. Every time you think about this person, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that makes cocaine addictive. And here's the twisted part. You get the biggest dopamine hit, not when things are good, but when things are uncertain. This is called intermittent reinforcement, and it's the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. When someone is inconsistent, sometimes they text back, sometimes they don't, sometimes they're warm, sometimes they're distant, your brain gets hooked on the pattern. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the variable reward schedule they provide. Then there's the investment trap. You've put in time, emotional energy, maybe years of your life. Walking away feels like admitting it was all wasted. But here's the truth. The only thing worse than wasting 2 years is wasting 2 years and 1 more day. Psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy. We irrationally hold on to things, relationships, jobs, even ideas, simply because we've already invested in them, not because they're actually serving us anymore. But the deepest reason you can't detach? This person has become part of your identity. When you've spent months or years thinking we instead of I, losing them feels like losing yourself. Your brain has literally wired neural pathways that include them in your concept of self. And rewiring those pathways? That's not just emotional work, it's neurological work. Section 2. The myths killing your progress. Myth number 1. Time heals all wounds. Time doesn't heal anything. Time plus action heals. You can spend 5 years thinking about someone every day and feel exactly the same as day 1. Time is just the container. What you put in that container determines whether you heal or whether you just get better at suffering. Myth number 2. Detachment means you never cared. This one keeps so many people stuck. They think that moving on dishonors what they had. But here's the reframe. True love for someone, or respect for what you shared, means wanting the best for both of you, even if that means being apart. Detachment isn't about erasing the past. It's about stopping the past from erasing your future. Myth number 3. I just need closure. You're waiting for them to say something that makes it all make sense. The perfect explanation. The apology that finally feels sufficient. The conversation that ties everything up. But closure is a myth. Closure is something you give yourself. It's a decision, not a conversation. Myth number 4. Once I detach, I won't feel anything. People fear detachment because they think it means becoming cold or emotionless. But emotional detachment isn't the absence of feeling. It's the presence of control. You feel what's there, but you're no longer controlled by it. The emotion becomes weather passing through, not the climate you live in. Section 3. The science of actually letting go. Step 1. Starve the neural pathways. Your brain has built highways of thought that lead to this person. Every time you check their social media, drive past their house, or replay old conversations, you're reinforcing those pathways. Neuroplasticity works both ways. What you don't use, you lose. Identify your 3 biggest thought triggers, the habits that send your mind spiraling back to them, and ruthlessly eliminate them. Block them on everything. Delete photos from your phone. Change your route. This isn't petty, it's neurological hygiene. Step 2. Grief is not optional. Most people try to skip this part. They stay busy, they start dating immediately, they pretend they're fine. But grief isn't weakness, it's processing. When you lose someone important, your brain needs to update its model of reality. That's what grief is, the painful software update. Give yourself designated grief time, 20 minutes a day where you allow yourself to feel everything. Cry, journal, sit with the pain. Then, when the 20 minutes is up, you move on with your day. This contains the emotion instead of letting it leak into everything. Step 3. Rewrite the story. Here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that the way you narrate your past literally changes your brain's response to it. Right now, you probably have a story about this person where they're the protagonist and you're lost without them. Write 3 different versions of your story. In one, you're the victim. In the second, they're the villain. In the third, and this is the important one, you're the hero who learned something invaluable and is now free to create something better. Read that third version every day for 2 weeks. You're not lying to yourself. You're choosing which truth to amplify. Step 4. Fill the void before it fills itself. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you don't intentionally fill the space this person left with something meaningful, your brain will fill it with rumination, new obsessions, or unhealthy coping mechanisms. Before you detach, answer this. Who do you want to become on the other side of this? What does the version of you that's moved on spend their time doing? Start building that life now, in small actions. The best way to let go of someone is to become someone who no longer needs to hold on. Step 5. Practice gratitude for the ending. This sounds impossible when you're in pain, but it's the most powerful reframe. What if this ending is protecting you from something? What if staying would have cost you something you can't even see yet? Write a letter you'll never send, thanking them for leaving or thanking yourself for walking away. List 3 ways this ending serves your future self. This isn't about toxic positivity, it's about meaning making, which is how humans transform pain into wisdom. Section 4. The Detachment Paradox. Here's the beautiful irony. The moment you truly detach is usually the moment you stop needing to. When you're no longer checking if they viewed your story, no longer hoping they'll reach out, no longer organizing your life around the possibility of them, that's when you're free. And sometimes, in that freedom, they do come back. But by then, you realize you don't want them the way you used to. Because detachment doesn't just change your relationship with them, it changes your relationship with yourself. You discover that you don't need anyone to complete you because you were never incomplete. You were just distracted from your own wholeness by someone else's chaos. Detachment isn't about not caring. It's about caring about yourself more than you care about their opinion of you. It's about choosing your peace over their presence. It's about understanding that some people are meant to teach you how to let go. The people who can't detach aren't the ones who love the deepest. They're the ones who've forgotten how to love themselves. And that's not romantic. That's just sad. So, if you're struggling to let someone go right now, I need you to hear this. Your attachment to them isn't evidence of love. It's evidence of pattern, of habit, of fear. And the moment you're brave enough to admit that is the moment you start becoming free. Detachment is a practice, not a destination. Some days you'll feel free. Some days you'll slip back. That's not failure. That's being human. But every time you choose yourself, you're building the muscle. And eventually that muscle becomes so strong that letting go isn't even a choice anymore. It's just who you are. If this resonated with you, do me a favor. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the person you're trying to detach from isn't your problem. Your attachment to them is. And that's something you actually have the power to change.